underway on the serve of Melina Brooking. NC State against Syracuse. And the Wolfpack will get a free ball to start off their afternoon. Good dig from Melina Brooking. Ava Brizard, right on cue, 21 kills on Friday, and she scores first. NC State has been a dominant team at home. They were 10-1 entering the weekend in this great facility. Certainly looked like they were well on their way to moving to 11-1. They were up 2 sets to none. It was tight in the third set, and a lot of credit goes to Boston College, really, and their resiliency on Friday night to eke out a tough third set and then turn it on and played some of their best volleyball down the stretch to take the win.
Absolutely. Boston College had great energy throughout all of the sets, and they did not let up once. They were determined to win.
And that's the kind of energy that Syracuse is going to have to bring today. It is a shorthanded Syracuse squad. As you see here, the swing from Greta Schlichter.
What a dig by Sky Stokes.
Try Rice on the other side, and it's Schlichter with the kill. The freshman stands at just 5'6". She's listed as a defensive specialist, a libero, but again, for head coach Bakir Ganasharatnam in his second season at Syracuse, he was hired very late in the process last year, and it was certainly a tall task. He knew they started off 4-0 in the ACC, were really a great story in his first season. Lost some key players off that squad. He knew it would be quite a large rebuild for Syracuse. This year, 13 players on the squad, but today, unfortunately, they've been bitten by the injury bug. Only 9 players active for the Orange, and so it is certainly a challenge for them. They're having a tough season, but you have to give them credit, and you see Rice in the net, so Schlichter gets the block, and right there, Rice in the net. Syracuse earning the point. They might be shorthanded. They might have a defensive specialist filling in the front row, but they are going to play hard.
Absolutely, and that's what you want. A team that will dig deep despite any challenges they have and still eke out some wins. It's tough when you're battling injury and new players, but having people on your team like number 19 on the Orange is key in building that program.
Now you talk about the key in building the program and the rebuilding process for Coach G and Mira Ledermuller and Greta Schlichter, 2 freshmen, both from Germany. They played on the German U16 team together, so they have that familiarity, and they are part of that core that they hope will bring Syracuse back to national prominence. It was just a few years ago that they made the NCAA tournament in 2018. So this is a place where you can certainly win. Speaking of winning, Coach Slave has done quite a bit of that here in Raleigh. His team has just missed the NCAA tournament the last 2 seasons. They have to finish strong in order to make the tournament this year. Lily Cropper with the kill. NC State is without middle Riley Schalk, the senior, today, and so Cropper will play in the middle alongside Jada Allen. And Grace, we said right away that NC State, as great as the Pens are, they'd like to get the middles more involved. That's a good sign.
Absolutely. NC State has struck such a strong offensive team here. They want to make sure that they're spreading that offense evenly, giving everybody the chances that they have.
Lily Cropper hasn't played a ton this year, just in 12 sets total. That's not for lack of talent. It's more just the fact that she's behind a couple of upperclassmen in Jada Allen and Riley Schalk. So with Schalk out, she's getting her opportunity. And just a sophomore, they're very excited about her, and you see right away some of her skill.
Absolutely. It's great to have such a depth on your team that you can go back 2 or 3 on your bench and know that they're going to perform at a high level.
We talk about the rebuilding process for Syracuse, right? Coach Slave now in year 4. He also knew that he was going to have a rebuild here in Raleigh, and part of that is building that depth. You don't usually have it in the first couple years. You hope you do in year 4, and NC State does. That kill goes to Lauren McCabe. Grad student from Wilsonville, Oregon, spent 4 years at Seattle.
Great job by McCabe there, using the outside hand of Williams.
She had a tough night on Wednesday against Boston College. Good to see her get off to a strong start. There's a misfire by the Wolfpack, and Syracuse will take a 6-5 advantage. The schedule a little bit tough for Syracuse. They played on Wednesday. You get some time off, which is nice, but you also obviously have to make the trip to Raleigh.
Not a short trip by any means.
Sydney Daniels will set Madison Williams.
Great job by Williams, staying patient on her approach. Obviously that ball is an out-of-system set. It's a little bit higher. Williams does a great job of getting back in transition, pausing, and going in and attacking that ball fast.
Veronica Searzant setting. Doing a nice job staying out of the net there to try and set the middle. Dig by Schlichter, but it goes over the net.
Great shot by Cropper there. She, even with the tip, she put such force behind it and forces it onto the Syracuse setter, forcing her to defend the ball.
So here's Courtney Bryant. And NC State not scoring off an overpass.
You know, typically this NC State team is very good out of system. It looks like they're working through some kinks right now, trying to get their timing right in out of system balls.
An NC State team, again, coming off really a heartbreaking loss. And unfortunately for them, it's been kind of a consistent storyline this year of almost, of close. They've had some nice wins. They put together a good resume, but it's almost been a what-if type ACC schedule where they have lost 4 5-setters. And obviously, if you're in a 5-setter, you know that was a match that could have been won.
Absolutely. 5-set matches can be kind of gut-wrenching when you're that close. In a 5th set, it's anybody's game. Being such a game of momentum, it could go anybody's way.
And unfortunately, it hasn't gone their way now 4 times. And so it's kind of a situation of, well, here we go again. And so there's 2 ways you can handle that, right? Is Sky Stokes just misses on the topspin serve. You can obviously kind of hyper-focus more, or NC State choosing yesterday, just try to relax a little bit and reset that way.
Mm-hmm. Staying calm under pressure is key to winning tight games.
The team actually got together, played some spike ball, just to mix it up a little bit and really work. And this is a team that has great team chemistry, and just allow them to relax and have a little fun, do something athletic without quite hyper-focusing maybe on the things on the court, because they know if they play their game, it's at a very high level. Absolutely.
Just like you see Jade Allen right there, sneaking that ball right through the seam of the Syracuse block.
So already we've seen Cropper and Jada Allen heavily involved. Nearly an ace off the tape from McDaniel. Stokes will try Brizard.
What a kill by Rice. She just paints that back line. One of the hardest balls to defend for Syracuse there.
If you're an NC State fan, you've been seeing a lot of this in the last couple of weeks. Amanda Rice with the kill. Great dig by Courtney Bryant. State gets a swing out of it, and Brizard with the exclamation point.
Great job by Broussard, staying in the play, seeing that opportunity, and capitalizing on it.
All right, you were an outstanding back row player. I know that play by Courtney Bryant gets you fired up.
Absolutely. There's nothing better than laying out for a dig and it going up perfect on target.
And when you can score off that.
Absolutely.
Syracuse takes the setter out. Stokes goes to Rice. Pinpoint precision.
Again, like we highlighted before this match, Amanda Rice, she's using the tools in her tool belt. Not only can she hit high line through the seams, but also the deep corner shots. She has a lot of variety, which makes her such a successful hitter.
Couple kills for Amanda Rice already. Timeout, Syracuse.
Who do you think taps out first?
Well, we told you at the start of the broadcast, right, that the NC State Pens, they get a lot of the headlines, and deservedly so, but when this team is clicking on all cylinders, they want their middles to be more involved, and Jada Allen and Lily Cropper certainly have been so far, Grace.
Absolutely. We saw in their game against Boston College, they didn't really get their middles too involved, and we're hoping that they would get them involved tonight, and they've been doing just that.
Allen already 3 kills on just 5 swings, so with no errors, she's hitting .600, and Lily Cropper 2 for 2. We're starting to see Syracuse have some issues passing, and NC State early on wasn't able to take advantage of that, but in the last few points they have. We talked about Ledermuller setting, but Serzan also a freshman setter, and she can hit too.
Great block by Jada Allen. She reads Syracuse's middle's arm. She sees she's turned into the right back, and she leans into her swing, clamping down on the block.
Soloed up on Zaria Harris-Waddy, another freshman for the Orange. Allen wins the joust and wins the point in the end.
Looks like that serve went off the head of Alyssa Burt, the libero for the Orange. Tough ball there, especially when the serve of McDaniel is coming so fast at you. You have a very small window to get out of the way if you think that ball is going out.
Yeah, fortunate ace for Kristen McDaniel. I think if you asked her, she'd say not her best serve of the season, but it's going to go down as an ace nonetheless, as Burt tried to get out of the way and could not quite do it. Well, back on a 7-0 run. Make it 8. There's a little bit more of a conventional ace for McDaniel, and her serve is so tough.
Absolutely. When it comes to a jump float serve, McDaniel's ball has absolutely no spin on it, which makes the ball more susceptible to dropping quicker, which makes it much more difficult to pass.
So Syracuse, Coach G going to burn his second timeout as NC State has started. You can see Louisville and Pitt are elite. Georgia Tech there at 15, but NC State at 34. That's in a good spot. It's in a bubble territory.
Yes, they usually consider the bubble being 32 to 35, give or take. So we've got a good bit of teams here in the ACC who are on that bubble and looking to secure their spot in the NCAA tournament.
It'll be interesting. I think those top 4 teams, although you see the Florida State RPI not as high, probably pretty safe based on their ACC record, assuming that they can finish strong. But it'll be really interesting to see who out of that next group of Wake Forest, out of Miami, out of NC State, how many of those teams can get in that NCAA tournament. Well, out of the timeout, exactly what Coach G and the Orange were looking for as they get the point. On the overpass, Layla Smith tried to put it away. Liedermuller will go to the middle again. Rice finishes it off.
And again, you see Amanda Rice doing what she does best, putting that ball down. You can see she's got that open line shot, and she takes it.
And again, we talk about Syracuse team down to just 9 players. And when you have Schlichter hitting on that left side, Rice knows that, and we saw her get a block earlier, right? I mean, she is certainly capable, but still at 5'6", there are going to be, on certain sets, Rice is going to be able to hit above that.
Absolutely, and if I were the NC State team, I would be able to recognize that when she's in the front row and try to put more of the sets on that side of the court, forcing her to block.
Searzant. And certainly a lot on Layla Smith as well in the middle to try and help as much as possible as she did there, but the tip finds the floor. Schlichter off the antenna. It'll be point Wolfpack. Obviously, you don't hope for injuries and to be shorthanded like that, but Grace, I have to think this is kind of a dream scenario for a back row player to say, hey, look, this is my opportunity. I'm going to get some good experience and fill in and get to hit a little bit. Would you have been up for that challenge?
I absolutely would have been. It's nice to know there's very few moments as a defensive player that you can score points. Usually it's just by aces or a random free ball that goes over and scores, but having that opportunity to take your turn at some swings, I would absolutely take advantage of that.
We'll take another look at this NC State block. Courtney Bryant. Connection hasn't quite been there with the middles so far for the Orange.
One thing the Syracuse team is doing very well is they're passing very well in service to be able to get their middles involved. While the connection may not be there yet, they're doing a very good job of putting that ball on the setter of NC State so they can't run their middles.
So from what you're seeing, connection maybe not there yet, but something to keep an eye on moving forward. Do you think it'll come? Raina Hughes misfiring into the net there. And the NC State lead up to 10. There's that connection.
Great swing there by Layla Smith. She's able to turn that ball again back to the right back defender of NC State. They know they're running a 6-2. They're looking to attack the setter at any chance they can get.
So it'll be the serve of the libero and one of the captains, Alyssa Burt, grad student. Thumping kill that time. Courtney Bryant with one of her best swings.
Great job by Courtney Bryant, slipping it through the seam of the Syracuse block.
That one was picture perfect. Love that slow-mo look of it. Sky Stokes controls it well. Mad scramble at the net. And Madison Williams had plenty of space to earn set point for NC State.
Great job by Madison Williams. She looks on the Syracuse side, sees a large hole in the middle, and places that ball perfectly in the middle.
It's always so impressive to me, these hitters, and what all they can see while maintaining focus. Great peripheral vision. Sky Stokes defending, but Syracuse will take point 14. Cabello tried to go middle, sent back. Brizard just missed.
Great job by Sky Stokes on NC State's team. She is, no matter what hitter's hitting, she is there covering, keeping the ball alive, letting her hitters know they have the freedom to hit the block and know that she's there to cover them.
NC State takes set number 1, 25 of 5th today off. They might be just hanging out, enjoying the day off. Might be watching this match right now. NC State starts set number 2 with an ace. So we saw it was tight through, it was tied 9-9, and then NC State really pulled away. What in your mind changed in that first set?
I think NC State started off not so clean. They made a couple of errors uncharacteristic to them as a team, but they were able to clean it up towards the end, and ultimately it shifted the momentum in their favor.
As for Syracuse, what would you like to see them improve here in the second set?
Working on the connections with their hitters. They were getting their middles involved a good bit, but the connections were a little bit off. Seeing them clean that up, give their hitters a little bit more opportunity to have some range on their swings is going to be key for them this set.
Well, Ava Brizard coming off 21 kills on Friday. This one, her 5th already in this match. Searzant with a nice swing. And the freshman from Savannah, Georgia, earns the point. Said Syracuse was her dream school, and she gets the opportunity to play volleyball here for Coach Gunnasaratnam.
Good job by Sky Stokes dodging that serve.
So Lily Cropper into the front row. Jada Allen rotates to the service line. Both middles had a great first set for NC State. They run the slide. That'll work. Searzant on the connection with Layla Smith.
It's a new look for Syracuse. You haven't seen them run a slide yet this game, but they do a great job of cutting that back to the sharp right corner.
Yeah, and Smith certainly looked comfortable there. There's Lily Cropper. I wasn't so sure off that pass. Oh, we're going to have a lift call. Never mind. No kill for Cropper. It'll be point Syracuse. What do you think here? Is this more of a throw, Grace?
Usually they judge it by if her hand starts from behind her head on that, and it looks like it was just a little bit behind her head, signaling a lift.
And an ace.
Great job by number 1 in orange. That was a tough seam, a hard angle for a passer to pass coming from your left side. She does a great job of pushing that serve deep into the court.
12th ace of the season for Greta Schlichter, a bioengineering major. at Syracuse. Big swing, Amanda Rice.
Great swing by Rice there, turning her shoulders towards the line, using the Syracuse block hands again for a point.
Cabello misses that serve down the line. And once again, early going of the set, NC State not playing its cleanest volleyball. They've had some success on that right side, though. First Rice, now Bryant.
If I'm Syracuse, I'm telling my outside blocker to press her hands, her left hand, further into the court so they can't use her as a tool.
The serve to Burt. She is handling serve reception beautifully, and that is Syracuse in system. Nice swing from Raina Hughes.
Again, this NC State block is split. The set was fast to the pin, and Hughes does a great job of finding that seam.
Hughes making just her 9th appearance of the season, played in late August and then not again until the 13th of October. So again, we talk about how Syracuse has been shorthanded, but that's been a positive, able to get her back in the lineup. She had career high 6 kills on Wednesday against Boston College. And you can see, playing with some confidence right now. That was a great swing. She's got 2 kills so far in this match. Leader Muller again on the slide, no touch. McCabe asking for it. But we're tied up at 7. You said at the start of this broadcast, you talked about all the tools in the toolkit. You see the variety from Brizard.
Every hitter on this NC State offense has that tool in their belt, and they're choosing great times to use it.
You see Brizard and Jada Allen as that ball comes off the tape. Hands behind the head. In college football, they call that the surrender cobra, okay? That's the reaction sometimes when fans realize that their team is in trouble, but that's not the surrender cobra from NC State. That's just for protection off that hard serve.
Absolutely. You see the speed and the power coming off of Sky Stokes' serves. I'd put my hands up too.
Brizard goes with the fastball this time. Missed the shot, but doesn't matter because Syracuse's Searzant was in the net. And Coach G might want to challenge here.
Looks like he may have talked to his players on the front row, and they may have said, yep, my bad, I did touch that net.
Yep. It looked like Searzant, and again, the call was on Searzant. You could see Harris Waddy also was in the vicinity. And loose hair can touch the net. So that, just making sure that wasn't the call, and it was indeed Searzant in the net. I appreciate that from the freshman setter, right? That's how you earn the trust of the coach. Look, you got to be honest about if you touch the net, because we're going to see it in slow motion.
Absolutely, and especially if you challenge it and you don't win that challenge,
right,
you lose it.
But you earn that trust later on, so when you do go to Coach G and say, hey, challenge that,
they'll listen.
Then out comes the card. Brizard starting to hit her stride again, leading all attackers. She's got 8 kills and counting.
Great job by Sky Stokes there, leading Brizard with that set, giving her that opportunity to use that block.
Sky had 7 assists on Friday against Boston College to go along with her match-high 20 digs. She almost picked up an assist there, but well done by Brookings. Schlichter passed that one right to Courtney Bryant.
Very good control and maturity at the net from this NC State team. They're being patient when the balls are tight on the plane of the net and picking and choosing their times to attack.
The communication there a little late for Syracuse, as you could hear the out call, but it wasn't until basically Brookings was already playing it. And so the NC State ace will lead to an orange timeout. We'll take it with them. Earlier this season, Ava Brizard hit her 500th career kill. That came against Wake Forest, and she just keeps racking them up. 8 more today to go off of 21 on Friday, and before you know it, she'll be at 1,000.
Absolutely, no doubt with the way that she's playing. Not only is her skill and her ability to pick and choose shots so strong, she also brings such a great energy to the court that emanates and feeds to the other players.
Bryant rises up, return to sender. They'll try the other side. There's Rice, smoked. And we've told this story before about the energy of Ava Brizard, but I think it's just such a great story is that she was a competitive tennis player, was very good, but you're out there by yourself. And she tried volleyball and immediately fell in love with the sport and not just the skills and I don't have to tell you about how much fun volleyball is to play, right, Grace? I mean, it is an absolute thrill. But outside of just the greatness of the sport itself, it was to be able to interact with teammates and celebrate after every point.
Absolutely. No rally is won with just one person. It takes a team effort, and being a part of that is something very special.
Ava Brizard special out of the back row this time, celebrating with her teammates after this kill. And you just see that unbridled joy and passion. Same thing on the other side of the net. Layla Smith says, come on.
Great job by Syracuse. They've really improved the connection between their setters and their middles, and you can see just right there what that means for them.
That's just a great sequence to highlight what we're talking about, how much fun this sport is, both to watch and to play. It's the speed of the game. And an ace tucked into the back corner. Sears Zant with a nice bit of real estate.
Great job by Sears Zant here. She's targeting the front row hitter who's back serving, doing a good job of forcing her to play that ball.
I mean, she could not have placed 2 spots better than that. Net left shaking, play continues. Point, Syracuse.
Again, nice job by Smith there, finding a way to put that ball down, targeting the setter of NC State, whether it's a tip or a swing, forcing her to play the ball.
Layla Smith playing well. I don't know if that one was blocked or if it ever cleared the net, but either way, point orange.
And again, you can see such energy and life coming from this Syracuse team. Those few. Speaking
of the ESPN app, I will have the call here in Raleigh on opening night. NC State men's basketball against the Citadel. So tune in for that one, Wolfpack fans. Out of the timeout, NC State goes to Amanda Rice. Grace, you play any basketball growing up?
Not if I could help it. Strictly volleyball for me.
Point NC State. Obviously, two sports that both lend themselves to having height, right? And I've had basketball coaches tell me over the last 5-10 years they're seeing more of the top athletes that are 6'4", 6'5", choosing volleyball over basketball because they have the option to play both. Very gifted athletes in both sports, and they're having so much fun on the volleyball court that's the one that they're playing at this level, at the D1 level.
Yeah, both team sports, both a lot of height incorporated in both of them. It is typical. You see a lot of folks who kind of are done with basketball transitioning to volleyball, and it's great to get more height on the court.
Always fun at this time of year for fans, and of course as broadcasters, staying busy because it is crossover season. You got the fall sports like volleyball and soccer, and then opening up tomorrow night, basketball and the winter sports. Football season still going on. Big win for NC State last night on the ACC Network primetime game over Miami. Wolfpack head coach Dave Doran with his 78th win, becoming the all-time winningest head football coach at NC State. So congratulations to Coach Doran on a tremendous accomplishment, his 11th year with the Pack. Net violation goes against NC State. It was Bryant. And you see the follow through is what did it. Tough serve from Burt. Good pass by Bryant.
By NC State there. When you see a ball that looks like it could be an overpass and they're already going up, jumping aggressive, sometimes that can spook the other team in thinking that they're going to hit it back, so they may hesitate at the net, as you see Syracuse just did.
Close call. Coach Slabe thought it was out, and he's looking to his bench, and the majority of the players saying, hey, Coach, that was in.
Again, that's the trust that we were talking about earlier in this match, that you want to be able to look to your players as a coach and say, hey, did you touch that, or was that in? So you don't have to waste a challenge call.
Brizard extends the lead back to 3. That was an important swing. NC State the first to 20. A serve that Stokes struggled with on Friday. She actually changed to the jump float late in the match.
You know, as a coach, Stokes' service is one of those ones that you'll take some errors as long as she's getting those aces along with them, being such a powerful serve. But it's good to know that she has the skill to bring out the jump float or the topspin serve.
Big block. Searzant in the middle, combining with Zaria Harris-Waddy. And don't look now, Syracuse has cut it to just 1.
What a statement block by Searzant there. You can see the Syracuse team hyping her up for such a great block.
It goes tip this time. Harris-Waddy kept it alive. No touch this time. Zaria Harris-Waddy, another one of the freshmen for Coach G. And really part of the building blocks. Going to be a very important class. Zaria in the famed Newhouse School, majoring in recording, entertainment, and industries. Net violation. Point NC State. Syracuse will take its second and final timeout. Well, Grace, they cut it to 1.
Even in addition to Rice and Brazard, this NC State team has involved their middles, Cropper and Allen, a lot more than they did on their Friday match against Boston College. And even with that, they're all putting up fantastic numbers on the board.
That really helps you as a pin hitter, right? Because you're getting more one-on-ones.
Absolutely. Their middles are pulling the block, giving them seams.
Once again, Kristen McDaniel's jump float serve knuckling and causing all kinds of issues. She had 27 aces coming into this afternoon's matchup. She's got 4 in this match already. Oh, the hustle. Great hustle from Brazard, but point Orange.
It's one of the things you see from this NC State team is regardless of what point it is in the play, they are pursuing the ball.
Set point NC State. Allen off the assist on 2 from Amanda Rice. And set 2 belongs to. See if we can't get an ACC tournament.
That would be a fun one to watch.
Third set starts with a Wolfpack kill tucked along the back line. Brizzy, as they affectionately call her, picking up where she left off. Stokes will take a swing behind the attack line. Terminated. Oh, excuse me. Out.
Not often you see a
NC State
libero.
had a touch on it.
It looked like it could have been off of Bryant. Not every day you see a libero taking a swing at the ball. Again, liberos cannot attack up from above the point of the net. So, of course, Sky Stokes has to keep her feet planted on the ground when she does swing at that ball.
Well, I've been wrong many times before, but evidently Coach Gunnasaratnam saw what I saw. I thought that there was a touch from NC State. So we're going to have the match's first challenge. I thought it was Bryant in the back row. Let's see. Yeah, certainly Allen does not get a touch. And tough to say off that initial look. I don't see that ball really change rotation. Does it brush the shoulder? No.
It doesn't look like it changes rotation. From this angle,
is that one of those, you know, it's funny, you and I were talking before the match about how short sleeves have gotten more into fashion since you played just a couple of years ago, and you used to wear long sleeves. Is that one where if you're wearing long sleeves, it might brush, you're wearing the compression sleeve, flies by?
Definitely a game of inches there.
But yeah, we were having that conversation off air, so tell the viewers, so you would wear more long sleeves, but you feel like this is a pretty good look, and it really helps.
Yes.
Just in your play as well.
Absolutely, the compression sleeves give a little bit more cushion when you're digging such hard swings from the other team. You sort of saw this trend come from the USA women's national team first, and a lot of collegiate teams have adopted this sort of trend and brought it in this season.
Well, certainly a good team to take tips from, right? Gold medalists.
Absolutely. And knowing Coach Lucas Slabe's experience with them, I wouldn't be surprised that NC State chose to do that.
And Coach Slabe, as an assistant coach, winning that gold medal, point NC State. And just not enough evidence there, even with the super slow-mo camera, to overturn. I don't think that Bryant touched it.
No, it looks like that ball didn't rotate. Good calling by the referees here.
Schlichter with the kill. And she is fired up.
You can see Layla Smith there picking her up and spinning her around, giving her lots of love for that kill.
It's her third kill of the match.
You know, when the height's not to your advantage, she uses the block very well.
Schlichter with the 3 in this match. She's got 86 kills on the season. Averages a little better than 1 per set. She had 9 kills against both Iowa and Morgan State. That Morgan State match, the last win for Syracuse. And a miscommunication. Ball falls to the floor right in the middle.
Now, that's not typically what you want to see, especially on a free ball. Those opportunities are very rare from NC State. You want to make sure you're capitalizing on those.
You see Melina Brooking there just kind of saying, hey, shake it off, next play. As she receives the serve. McDaniel tries Jada Allen. And that's the connection that's really been there since the very beginning of this contest.
Absolutely. You know, McDaniel and Allen have been on this Wolfpack team together for quite a while and have built a very good connection, and you can see it right there.
Schlichter really did well with that tough serve. Here come the Wolfpack. Good touch at the net from Cuse.
Nice job by Syracuse there, finding a way to put it on the ground. You know, it's not always a hard swing that's working. NC State has a very strong block. They've got to work to find ways to put it around it.
Bryant gets the Wolfpack in system. Can't capitalize this time. That's one of the few swings that Amanda Rice has missed in the last, 2 weeks plus. One of the hottest hitters in the country. Well done, Courtney Bryant handling the serve. And siding out Syracuse.
Again, you see Bryant there using the high hands of the Syracuse block. That's where you want to aim as a hitter when you've got 2 very large blockers on the other side.
Smith nearly an assist. That was a good set from the middle. And Syracuse in the net. It was Raina Hughes this time.
What a dig by McDaniel there. You know, as a setter in the back row, running a 6-2, you know you're going to get hit at. She does a great job of staying calm on defense and putting up a great ball so that her hitters can hit.
Perfect from Jada Allen. And a loose volleyball rolls out onto the floor. Now we get the call to serve. NC State has served it well in this match. Good pass from Burt. That allows Smith to take advantage straight down the middle.
Again, great job by Smith here. That set as a middle is a little off the net. She does a really good job of keeping her arm high and swinging towards Allen.
Sky Stokes with the dig.
And again, Amanda Rice, been hearing her name a lot today. She does a great job of taking a step back, short approach, and cranking on that ball.
We've seen Bryant in serve, receive, and right here, just early recognition. The tip's coming, she deals with it, backs up, and then starts her approach.
For only being a sophomore for this Wolfpack team, she's playing with a lot more maturity than you would typically see from a younger player.
Madison Williams getting in on the action here in the third set and forces Syracuse to call a timeout. NC State off to a good start in the third set, and Courtney Bryant a big part of that. She's got 8 kills in total for the match to go along with 8 digs. Hitting .333, and that's kind of what we've been talking about, right? Like, she's doing it defensively to start and then able to finish off points as well.
Absolutely. Usually you're used to hearing Rice and Brazard, but Bryant is holding her own in all aspects of the game. And
really giving NC State, as that attack is off the antenna, giving NC State an extra dimension. You've got the 2 pins that we highlighted in the beginning, and then the middles are getting involved, and here's Courtney Bryant as well. And it seems like it must be pretty luxurious to be Kristen McDaniel or Naomi Cabello if you're an NC State setter.
Absolutely. Having the options you have, front row or back row with Bryant, is something special.
One-on-one, Lily Cropper with the block.
Again, great job by Cropper here, seeing that Syracuse is looking to hit the right side of the court and dropping in her hands on that hit.
It's been quite a challenging match for both Cropper and Allen because of how highly utilized Syracuse has gotten their middles in. As I say, there's Harris Waddy with the kill, and so they've had a lot of block opportunities, a lot of challenges, and that's volleyball, right? 1 point you get it, next point it's a kill. Bryant with the termination, number 9.
And like we were mentioning earlier after the timeout, Bryant, she's hitting on the right side, she's hitting on the left side, she's hitting out of the back row. She is a very key player here in this offense.
Talking about players that are talented and playing both sports, both basketball and volleyball. Courtney did that in high school. She also played softball.
There's something to be said about playing multiple sports, having the ability to think of it mentally. The basketball, softball, volleyball, very different mentally sports in how you interact with your teammates and being able to have that utility to use on the court.
Bryant out of the back row. You bet. Harris Waddy was there, didn't quite get the angle right. Bryant into double digits herself. It's been very well balanced for NC State. 11 for Brazard, now 10 each for Bryant and Rice. And you look at the number of swings for each, it's 24, 21, 20. So really, kudos to the NC State setters.
Yeah, being able to balance your offense easily helps you on many fronts. Not only are your hitters less worn out, feel like they're getting the bulk of the sets, but it also keeps the other team guessing on their blocks. They have to respect their hitter and stay on them until they know that set's not going to them.
Brizard with another kill. NC State is siding out at over 70%. They love to see that, and that's a big reason why they're in control of this match at this point.
Absolutely. You see here Brizard coming in with such power. Despite having a very well-closed block from Syracuse, she finds a way to power through.
And this is where Syracuse has struggled today against the serve of Kristen McDaniel. Can they get a big side out? Yes, they can. It's been Layla Smith's afternoon. A season high for her now, 8 kills.
Again, Smith doing a fantastic job of attacking the NC State setters. She knows that they aren't able to run their typical offense. If she hits at them, and even better, she scores the point.
The middle straight points, this time Jada Allen. The Pack back up 8. You know, Smith from Newcastle, Indiana, and Allen also hailing from Indiana. She's from Fishers, Indiana. Both of them playing club ball for Munciana. So I don't know if they were on the same team, but certainly if you play in the same club, you're familiar.
Absolutely. Any local clubs, you definitely have played or seen them play at some point. A pancake dig by the Wolfpack.
We'll take a look at the pancake. Coach Labe wants them to take another look at this play. They thought there was a touch, and
looks like the NC State players seem pretty sure they saw a touch.
And this is, yep, Schlichter.
Looks like there was some fingertip movement off of Schlichter.
That ball was maybe just in yeah, that ball was in anyways.
And again, if that ball touches any part of the white line, it is considered in.
That's not 2 points. There was a touch and it was in, but it only counts for 1. Joking, of course. NC State will keep its challenge. First challenge for Coach Slave, and it's a successful one.
Again, like we were saying earlier in the match, it's very important that you have that trust with your team to know that they're going to turn to you and say, we saw a touch, challenge it, and he's going to have that trust in them, and it looks like it did go their way.
And now I think we're going to get another challenge. I believe Coach G was talking. So we saw that there was a touch and that the ball was in on the line, but he must be challenging here that it's not a clean pancake, that the ball was just down anyways.
This is a tough angle to see if this pancake was touched by McDaniel.
That looks off the floor to me, huh?
This looks like a little bit of a better angle to see where that ball contacts.
Yeah, to me, that's certainly off the floor. So I think Syracuse is going to say, well, actually, I don't care about the touch. It was down anyways. We're going to have a reversal of the reversal here. It's like a wrestling match.
Not typically what you see when it comes to challenges. And, you know, Syracuse seeing that first challenge didn't go their way, say, you know, we might take our turn at it. I think there were some questionable things happening before that. Regardless of how this call goes on the pancake, what a hustle play by McDaniel, sprawling out for that ball.
tough angle, and McDaniel made it happen.
Great block by Allen and Bryant on the left side. Again, what a hustle play by NC State here. You see Kristen McDaniel finding a way to get that angle, get that ball over the net. And of course, such a statement block by Bryant and Allen.
In system orange.
Again, you see this Syracuse team wanting to feed Smith the ball any chance they get. Great job by Syracuse on their passing, so they have the ability to do that.
Alyssa Burt, one of 2 grad students on this team. Schlichter gets it over. Free ball opportunity. McCabe goes into the table, but the Wolfpack will take the point. An oddity on the roster for Coach G is that has 2 grad students, but Syracuse one of just 4 teams in Division I that has no seniors on its team.
That is very interesting, and you know, they're looking to build this program, and hopefully that they'll be able to retain a good bit of players so that they do have a more senior team in order to build that bench back. So
yeah, technically no seniors. They do have some veteran leadership, right? You got some grad students like Alyssa Burt to be a captain and really be a voice both on the court and in the locker room as well. Lauren McCabe, the other grad student after 4 years at Seattle, where she graduated with a degree in nursing, now studying global health at Syracuse. All right, so we will have another challenge, and we'll see, was there a touch? By the way, it was something you don't see too often, right? NC State challenged earlier on the touch, and they said, yes, there was one. But then Syracuse went and a call in which they were correct. So now that we've got that covered, so both teams winning that challenge. You see the swing from Bryant. And I think a micro touch there maybe by Harris Waddy. Obviously, this is not one where you're worried about the back line. That ball's out. Question is, touched or no?
I mean, of course, to be able to overturn the call, there has to be significant evidence that there was a touch or there wasn't a touch.
No touch. So Syracuse within 8. Mira Liedermuller comes back in to serve. Searzant now hitting. So is Madison Williams.
What a swing by Madison Williams. You can just see the power behind that swing. And she finds a way to thread the needle and put that ball right between the block.
Eliza Villar serving for NC State. Syracuse. Line judge did not have a touch, but overruled. Point orange. Villar playing in her 9th set of the season. Coming in as a serve specialist, and she's saying, hey, look, I didn't touch it. I'm in here to serve. I'm not in here to touch that. Well, challenges aplenty again, and that I'm glad we cleared that up. I had to check with the great NC State Volleyball SID, Annie Hirschfeld, to make sure that NC State retained its challenge. They did. Well, no touch at the net, so if Villar is correct that she didn't touch it, then we'll have an overturn here. Yeah, and she's right. She didn't touch it either.
It looks like she was a little too late to the ball when it passed her to touch that.
That's one of those where the front row player looks to you and says, I didn't touch it. Did you touch it? You say, no, I didn't either. All smiles. And NC State pretty confident they're going to get this overturned. Let's see. Yeah, they will. No touch. So a good call by the line judge. We were talking a little bit on Friday about how tough of a job that can be.
Absolutely. You've been seeing so many plays just in this match alone where these line judges have done a fantastic job of calling some very, very close points.
It is a challenging job, but a very fun one. And, you know, we think we have a good seat courtside.
Can't get much closer than that if you're not playing.
They have an incredible view. There's a kill by Searzant. And she continues to impress. Veronica Searzant, her versatility, right? And her ability, that's her 3rd kill, but she leads with 11 assists. She's run the offense a bit more today than in some other matches. And if you're Coach G, you can go with the hot hand, whether it's Searzant or it's Liedermuller, both freshmen.
Having that great versatility, especially from the setter's perspective, and having Searzant having the ability to swing as well is just another added bonus.
Ava Brizard puts the Wolfpack up 10.
Great job by Brizard here, aiming for that deep cross corner and finding a way to put it down.
College basketball, plenty of highlights to show you from her afternoon. She's got 10 kills.
Can you see the versatility of her as a hitter and a player all around? You see her hitting from the left side, the right side, and the back row. Again, she is not playing like she hasn't played a lot. She is playing like a senior player on this Wolfpack team.
You mentioned out of the back row, and that's an area where she's earned a lot of trust from this coaching staff. You see, didn't play a lot last year. Her passing ability has gotten much better, and that's what allows you to have that trust and play all the way around. She's got 8 digs in this match, which is tied for the team lead, along with both setters and Sky Stokes. So when you're tied with the libero and digs, you're doing something right, and she has really taken huge strides in that aspect. It's been impressive to watch her growth as a player. Match point, NC State off the stuff of Searzant. We said at intermission, NC State, they had been up 2-0 just a couple of days ago. They did not want to give Syracuse another opportunity. Wanted to finish the job in set 3. Brizard trying to do that. Not this point. Syracuse with a block of its own. It is Harris Waddy. Syracuse obviously needing a big run. If anybody's going to do it, it would be Zaria Harris-Waddy, who leads them in aces. One of the best in the ACC, but trying to serve tough, sails it long, and that is how NC State will take this match in a sweep. Complete performance from NC State.
Absolutely. NC State They were hungry.